Here's our structs.c, and it's really just the same thing that we were just looking at with a few more comments. Here's our apartment structure with our bedrooms, bath, double, no variables created in here. Here's our structure, apartment, my place. Here's where we're actually defining a new variable. It's outside of main, it's outside of any function, so we know that it's an external variable. It's a global and will be available to any function in this source file. So that's an external variable. It's called my place, and we're going to initialize it right here, right up front as we create it. So here's the declaration, the definition of my place, and the initialization of my place. So we're going to set these happen in the order of these variables inside the structure. It understands what we need to put in there. So here we have the master bedroom. It's 400. Well, let's say that's 400 square feet for lack of a better term. 200 in the bedroom, 100 in the den. The float is 125.5 just because we can. And the master bath is 175.5. So there's our new variable, and it's all initialized. We come down here into our program, which is properly set up now, is being able to return an integer and take in an argument count and an argument vector array. This is the way we should create main all the time now. And here we're going to printf my bedroom and print the value as a decimal. And here's how we print it right over here. This is how we refer to it. And that dot right there, that is the important point. That gets us access to the members of the structure. The structure itself is my place up here. The members of the structure are M bedroom, bedroom, den, bath, and M bath. Those are members of the structure. To get the member out of the structure, we use that dot operator. It's a new operator that we haven't seen yet. Now here the bedroom is also a decimal. MyPlace.bedroom, MyPlace.den. Bath is a %f for float. That we're going to print out MyPlace.bath and mbath. All right, very, very straightforward there, but just pay attention to that dot. That's how you get to a structure member. Now let's go to our command line. I've already saved it, and let's compile it. And there it compiled, and we'll run it. And it does exactly what it's supposed to do. Prints out my bedroom, bedroom, den, bath. Not particularly rocket science, but it works. And it gets to our values that we created in there when we initialized it. All right, so that's the basics of a structure. How to create a structure, declaring it here. How to define a variable of type structure, of your new type that you've created, in our case apartment. And then how to initialize that variable right as you create it. And since it's an extern, that's easily done. And of course, we got information out of the structure members using the dot, and that's exactly how you would put information in. You would say myplace.mbath equals some other calculation. Just very similar to what we did up here. All right, so that's the basics of structs. Pretty straightforward, very, very useful, and we're going to take a look at a lot more about structures because we can even put structures inside of other structures, and we can have arrays of structures. And we're going to take a look here in a little bit about using structures with functions and passing a pointer to a structure to a function so that it can make access to all of the members inside there. And we're going to see another new operator which will replace the dot operator that we just learned about because we can't use the dot when we use pointers. But I'm getting ahead of myself, so let's go on to the next video and I'll make it all even more clear.